Now, this is the second part of this video in which I explain the second type of corrective feedback, which is implicit feedback. Again, from its very title, it is clear, as we know that the term implicit means something vague, something not very clear. So implicit feedback is that type of feedback when a teacher does not correct the learner's error directly, rather he uses an indirect method to correct learner's errors. So that type of feedback is called implicit feedback. Now, implicit feedback is further divided into different types. The first type of implicit feedback is recast. Recast is a method of giving implicit feedback in which a teacher reformulates the utterance, a student's utterance, but he reformulates by using the correct form of that particular error. For example, if a teacher says, "Where did Ali go yesterday?" and the student says, "Ali go to the office," the teacher says the next, "Oh, so Ali went to the office." So now here, this is called a recast, because in this form of feedback, the teacher hasn't highlighted the error, but the teacher has reformulated the correct form. "Oh, so Ali went to the office." So the teacher has not highlighted error directly, but he has reformulated the utterance by using the correct form of the verb. And the teacher even has not mentioned to the learner that you have made a mistake or error in your sentence, and what is that. So this is called recast. So this is a type of implicit feedback. Another type of implicit feedback is repetition. In repetition, the teacher repeats the same utterance which is spoken, the wrong utterance which is spoken by the student. However, the teacher does not correct the student's error, but the teacher uses a particular intonation pattern, and the teacher, by using that particular intonation pattern, the teacher highlights the aspect where the student made the error or the mistake. For example, I again use the same example to explain what is this type of implicit feedback, that is repetition. So in repetition, suppose the teacher says that, "Where did Ali go?" and the student says, "Ali go to the office." Now the teacher says, "Ali go to the office." So in this way, the teacher has stressed the particular verb, that is go. So the teacher has highlighted by using his intonation pattern, but the teacher has not corrected the error of the learner. So this type of feedback is called repetition. This was the second type of implicit feedback. The third type of implicit feedback is called elicitation. In elicitation, the teacher corrects learners' errors in such a way that the teacher asks a question or the teacher gives a prompt, and that prompt helps the learner to correct his error. For example, if I use the same example, that the teacher says, "Where did Ali go?" and the student says, "Ali go to the party," or "Ali go to the office." Now the teacher would say "Ali," and the teacher would stop. So the teacher has highlighted, and now the student will come to know that, okay, there is some mistake here, there is some error, and the student says, after when the teacher says "Ali," so the student would say, "Went to the party," or "went to the office." So in this way, the teacher gave a prompt to the learner, that is, he used the word "Ali," and after that he stopped, and this prompt made the learner realize that here he has made some mistake or some error, and then the learner corrects his error or mistake. So this type of implicit feedback is known as elicitation. The next type of implicit feedback is clarification request. In clarification request, what does the teacher do? That the teacher uses the same wrong utterance which the learner has made. However, the teacher gives a prompt to the learner which makes the learner realize that here the student has made mistake. For example, the same example I use when the teacher says that, "Where did Ali go yesterday?" and the student says that Ali go to the party. So the teacher says that Ali go to the party. So is there anything wrong with this sentence? So the teacher has not corrected the error directly, but the teacher has highlighted that, is there anything wrong with this sentence? So mean the teacher is asking a question and the teacher is requesting for the clarification by the learner. So this is called clarification request, and this is another way of giving implicit feedback to the learners. And the last type of implicit feedback is translation. In translation, the teacher does not highlight learner's error directly, However, the teacher uses mother tongue, his mother tongue, the learner's mother tongue, first language, and the teacher asks the same question as we explained in the process of clarification request. But the only difference between clarification request and translation is that the question that the teacher asks in clarification request, teacher asks in the target language, but in translation, the teacher asks that question by using the first language. So we take the same example. If a teacher says that where did Ali go yesterday, and the student says Ali go to the party or Ali go to the office, so the teacher would say in the mother tongue, that is just like is there anything wrong with this sentence? But the teacher this time will use mother tongue. For example, in our Pakistani context, our mother tongue or the first language which we mostly use for teaching is Urdu language. So the teacher would say, क्या इसके ये sentence ठीक है? क्या इसमें कोई verb की form की कोई mistake, कोई error तो नहीं है? So the teacher would use the mother tongue, and then through that, by using that mother tongue, the teacher would make the learner realize that the learner has made some mistake or some error. So these are some types of implicit feedback.